Hey, each year, more than 350,000 cardiac arrests occur in the United States out of the hospital. And CPR, of course, is an important life-saving skill, and if performed immediately, can double, even triple someone who has a cardiac arrest, their chance of survival here. And today starts CPR week. So J.R. Bourne, he went into cardiac arrest nearly 2 years ago on Jacksonville Beach. I covered this story several times. Amazingly and thankfully, the lifeguards and a team of doctors and nurses were able to save your life, and we're so happy that you're here today with your inspirational story. And, you know, really incredible stuff. And we also have somebody to teach us about the proper ways where you can potentially save a life. So good morning to you, too, Pamela Delano. So first of all, let's talk about your story.
Yeah, I mean, it was just about 2 years ago. Just was typical Saturday morning on the beach, you know, one hot summer day. Decided to go kick the ball around with my friend. We went down to the shore and, you know, just kind of getting warmed up, and I turned away from the shore, and just like that, kind of the lights went out. I woke up kind of in between consciousness and was hearing, you know, we have a pulse, we don't have a pulse, and all of a sudden, ba-boom, I get shocked a second time. It was unbelievable that, you know, the lifeguards were there to save me. There was a woman doing yoga about 200 yards away. She came over, started CPR right away within 2 minutes. Within 5 minutes, had an AED, which really, you know, brought me back to life.
Yeah, because I remember you were very fortunate that the lifeguards happened to be doing their morning rounds.
Yeah, they had just started,
on their truck, and they had an AED there, which really saved your life here.
Yeah, it did. I mean, the CPR was really the initial, you know, kick to keep things going, to keep the blood moving in my body, but the AED really brought me back.
Yeah, so you had a number of guardian angels out there looking
yeah, it
out.
was everything was kind of a perfect chain of survival, they say that day.
So obviously AEDs are good to have, but, you know, the first line of defense can be CPR. So as we kick off CPR week, Pamela, you're going to give us some tips on the simple ways that you can potentially save a life.
That's right. So absolutely, like you said, being outside of the hospital, the community is really the hero in the end. Starting CPR immediately is what's going to increase your chance of survival. So you were very lucky to have someone there. There's only 2 steps to become a hero, and that's what I always tell people. Number 1 is to call for help, whether you have your mobile cell phone, dial 911, put it on speaker, and get on the chest. You always want to stay in the center of the chest and go hard and fast. That's the easiest thing, so I'm going to teach you.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, so you're going to take the palm of your hand, go right in the middle, right between, and the other on top.
The breastbone?
That's right.
Okay,
and just start pumping right away. So you want to go 100 to 120 beats per minute, but the best way to remember is to go by your favorite beat to a song. You have Stayin' Alive by the Bee Gees, of course.
Never thought about it like that.
Or you have Crazy in Love by Beyonce and Jay-Z. Those are 2 easy ones to remember. And you can look on heart.org for any more fun songs.
And how hard should we be pressing?
You should be going at least 2 inches into the chest.
Okay, absolutely. And then for the longest time, you know, you used to do resuscitation here too. What are the rules now? Because I know that things have changed a little bit.
Yes, so we're trying to step away from having the lay person check for a pulse, check for breathing. We want you to just get immediately on the chest. Because the sooner you get that blood pumping to those vital organs, the less of a chance there are for lasting side effects, and the more chance there is for survival. Yeah,
absolutely. And it might be, you know, frightening for people to step in, but doing this, I mean, is not that hard to do. Again, I mean, you go basically right here on the breastbone, you know, you put it down, and then you just do, you said 100 to 120?
Beats per minute, that's right,
So basically, and you go 2 inches in. Very, very important stuff here, and we cannot forget about calling 911 first, because you want to give those first responders the very important head start.
Doing compressions is it can be exhausting. So if no one's coming for help because no one called for help, then you're going to get exhausted, and it's not going to be quality compressions, which is what is going to save the life.
And don't be afraid to get in there and really, you know, do it, because you can't hurt someone in this situation, right? This is the worst possible situation you're in, so get in there and help.
Yeah, absolutely. JR, good to see you again. Glad you're doing well. Pamela, thank you so much for your expertise. We appreciate it. To learn more about CPR and how to save someone's life potentially, we have posted a link to heart.org on our website, news4jax.com.